Welcome along then to the next instalment in the How to Win series, the best strategy guides for the races in the series as we grind through. Now we are at Series 6, that is our next stop, and it is the race start track. So that is what we've got to focus our drivers on, race start. Now the car component track stat will change, but you can see speed at Vegas, speed at Belgium, cornering at Japan, and power unit at Austin. So that means I would be taking a speed setup because 50% of the races, 50% chance that we are taking a race start and speed track. Now, we have chosen race start. Now, I wish I could upgrade. I wish we had better drivers, but at the minute we don't. So I'm using Zhou Guanyu and Hamilton Common free. Obviously, I haven't got the coins to upgrade just yet. And in the car setup, we are prioritizing that speed. So as you can see, looking pretty good. They're all up to Series 6, which is the series that we are in at the moment. So hopefully we can start scoring some points. Now, with that said, another good part to use is Monolith, which we are going to chuck in for some extra qualifying. We're going to make a pretty balanced setup then and go with our race start. So we've walked you through speed setup. Race start is key. We've got race start-ish drivers, and it's going to affect you in preview if you use a race start boost. Now, we don't have many of them at all, not the free ones anyway, so it's just solely going to be Hex, probably, that we're going to have to use. But first matchup, first track, let's find out what we got first. Japan for the very first track for this strategy guide. Now, it's always nice to have tyre management as well, but we can't have absolutely everything when we go and race series. So let's see, with our qualifying stats, we get a lovely start. Look at that, P7, P16. We've got a nice qualifying stat for the car. Now, we are going to run a 3-2-2 and a 2-3-3. Race start and cornering, as you can see, but I don't really have any free boosts, so I'm not going to use too much. What I am going to use is self-control, bit of cornering, a bit of power unit on there as well, and let's see if we can get the job done. So 2-2-3 with Zhou Guanyu, 3-2-2 the other way around. Now the key thing is that we get a fast and a good start. We don't get poor, we don't get average, and look at Zhou Guanyu. This is why you prioritize race start drivers in this series, because you get a beautiful start here in Japan. Now, we will go backwards because we should not be up there at all. But as always, the crucial point is beat your rival. And at the moment, when we're in P1 and we're in P11, or P2 and P11, we are well ahead. So 2-2-3 for Zhou Guanyu and a 3-2-2. That means we will never double stack our cars, which means the optimum pit times that we can get. Now, don't worry about your car at the front. As long as you're ahead of the rival, that's all that matters. We'll come back for some soft tyres. And as you can see, our car's just not strong enough at the moment in this series. So if you've got leveling up to do, then by all means do it. But the main thing here is to give you the principles and the basics to be able to go and follow the right strategies and take big points and beat your rival. Sometimes you don't even need big points as long as you beat your rival. So P4, and we haven't used too much power unit in all of this. We have got a safety car. Now, we was coming in the pits already. So remember, we were doing that 2-2-3 and we was doing the 3-2-2. That is absolutely perfect strategy. And what we're going to do is we are just going to come in here and make a pit stop. So if you do get a safety car in a series, it's always good to get an early stop underway. It's a free pit stop. Now, we were coming in with Zhou Guanyu anyway, so all we're doing now is pretty much almost a 2-3-2 with both of these. And we're going to come back out. So always take advantage straight away unless your safety car has only just came out. So we'll let this roll through and we will be back. So getting underway again then in this race, we've just come around. It's just the one lap that this safety car is out for, so it's not really affected too much. Everybody is still in similar positions. And we are racing again. So Zhou Guanyu 4th. Hamilton, with that pit stop, is currently in 10th. And you can see the rival still on the hard, so it still kind of evens out. Because we still played the same sort of place for Hamilton and Zhou Guanyu is trying to come through. Now what we'll do is we will just push a little bit, and we'll come in for mediums this lap. We won't risk anything with Zhou Guanyu. We'll do exactly what we need. And Hamilton, the same. So Hamilton's actually doing a 2-3-2 here. Zhou Guanyu sticking to the correct same strategy that he was going to follow originally. And he's going to try and blast off from this corner as he's in. And then it's going to be a case of a soft tyre pit stop as we go down the straight. Always make sure to conserve down the straight. We've got a lot faster AI behind us, so don't worry about them. Just concentrate on your opponent. Zhou Guanyu comes out, P11. And all we've got to do is cruise now for 3 laps and take the victory. Let's see if we can just sneak a move here on this double Red Bull that's ahead of us. Well, there's one. How about that? Lovely move. So race start and a speed setup. And this is a cornering track, remember, so it's actually worked very well at this circuit. Hamilton's coming into the pits this lap. Just been overtaken by Max. But again, absolutely fine on the point scoring to beat the rival. But yeah, if you do want to do a strategy round Japan in Series 6, 3 medium, 2 soft, 2 soft, and a 2 soft, 2 soft, 3 medium is the way to go. We're going to just absolutely cruise this. And I know we were P1 at some point, but let's let reality hit a little bit. Because if we had stronger cars, stronger drivers in this series, then we wouldn't be where we are now. And we're well ahead, look. Beautifully well ahead. As we cut back down. P8, P12. Few people in the pits too. And we've got just enough tyre on Zhou Guanyu. Going to run out towards the end, but just got enough. And we're currently in P5. Holding everyone up by the look of it. And there you go. Just let them cruise. You beat your opponent. You don't have to worry about more points. You don't have to run out of tyres. You don't need to push anything more than you need to. Hamilton coming through past Albon. Our good mate Albon. And he's going to pull away. So P7. Looks like it'll be for Zhou Guanyu if he survives on the tyres. Hamilton closing as well. I think Zhou Guanyu's just going to run out of a bit of tyres here. We'll push out of this corner. Just runs out of tyres. But luckily, I mean, he does lose a spot. P8, P11, and that is some solid points. We will quickly show you what the rival was running as well. They're currently P18 and P20 as they're about to come across the line. So, let's see what they were running to bring you up to speed. Good 31 points, though, in Series 6 for ourselves at this first track. A nice gold crate as well. Increased team score for the rival. And they had better drivers, level 4 and level 3s. But our car was superior. That's why we always say, make sure you go for the car setup over drivers sometimes as well. So, Las Vegas for our turn at Series 6 right now. We've got a difficult matchup, so this could be of very much interest. We're going to have to see what we can put in there. We're going to be heavily out-qualified. P5, P7, 11 and 21. So this rival has got good drivers indeed. Race start and speed. So we're going to go a little bit of hex here. We don't have that race start boost that we all so much crave. Now we're going to go free hard on Hamilton. 2-2-2 with Zhou Guanyu. So splitting the strategy. This will be strategy masterclass if we win this race. Because, I mean, that rival didn't even get off the line. They must have bad race start drivers. And we're already ahead. Zhou Guanyu showing you the power of a race start. And that is, wow and truly, a beautiful start. So P5 for Zhou Guanyu. Hamilton 18th. That is why you've got to focus on the track stats and use good race start. The rival either got stuck or they got left for dead there. Because Zhou Guanyu, even though he's not using a race start boost, is absolutely flying along. P4. And Hamilton now moving up to P17. We've got to watch his tyres though. As down the back straight we go. We are ahead at the moment. Just going to hold some conserving on Hamilton. You can see the speed actually closing us in on the rivals as we speak. Like, you can see that's just closing all the time, and that is why you've got to use speed at this track. You can see the rival just struggling, so the rival probably got more of a cornering setup compared to what we are running. But you can see while we're very competitive, we are going backwards a little bit, but we're very competitive. Let's push Zhou Guanyu. Hamilton's good on tyres as well. So there's too soft, too soft, too soft, and a free hard against a tough rival. Can we get Hamilton through a few cars here? He's got Stroll, Daddy Boy Stroll ahead. And he takes, 40, we got it, but we hadn't. Still P17. Now we are just winning at the minute. And you can see Zhou Guanyu can just conserve power unit all the way down the straight and not lose any time. You can see that car above not getting away at all. And nor is Matt Hamilton, look, closing in on the Aston Martin whilst having that speed set up. Works a treat. Rival takes over, but that's fine because they will be coming into the pits and they double stack. So it is game on. So even if they use hards, they pit on lap 2 round here, which is going to be a wrong strategy move, and that's why you need this strategy. Hamilton running that free medium, free hard. Zhou Guanyu, the too soft. We're going to try and keep Russell behind, but it's nearly too much of an ask. Still got him behind for now. Rivals well and truly gone. So that is why I feel like this driver would have basically picked really good drivers to have, especially Norris, but his car is absolutely lacking. As down the straight we go, conserving again. Not losing any ground really at all. A little bit to the McLaren, but not too dangerous in the end. And halfway through, Hamilton will pit. Zhou Guanyu carries on. Russell will probably go by. He's in a Mercedes against our car, but we hold him off. And now Hamilton, with his only one stop of this race, coming out of the pits. And he's going to get ahead of the rival who also, remember, does have to pit again. So we have sewn this up. Strategy and car picks absolutely perfect. Got Zhou Guanyu coming in this lap. On lap number 4. For his final stint. Only using the Hex boost as well. You can gain these for free by watching adverts. No problem at all. No premium boosts were used in these videos. As Zhou Guanyu just gets overtaken, but will come into the pits. And yeah, this is well and truly, I think, sewn up. Already halfway through the race, never give up on a matchup. Never. The rival's called replay. I'd love a replay of this one. And you can see how strong the one stop is. Keeping up with the two stop. As they both come out. Hamilton ahead of Zhou Guanyu. I don't really need to push too much at all here. Try and squeak ahead. Yes, we can. P10. Past the old wise man Fernando Alonso. We end up scoring some good points. Obviously, the speed boost is helping round here too. And that is why you see us keep with cars. Look at this. Closing on Ocon all the time. Even on conserve. Move up to medium just before the end of the straight. That Gasly's got good pace by the look of it. And we overtake into P9. And we'll take another 2 positions here at least. P8 for Zhou Guanyu. Hamilton moving up to P number 10. P9 now. So if you've ever struggled around Vegas, race start drivers, speed and race start boost if you've got it, but speed boost is okay. And do a too soft, and a free hard, and you will be absolutely fine. It'll be interesting to see this rival's strategy at the end of this. And not so much strategy, but in terms of setup. But we're conserving. We're easy. Series 6, easy. Who would have thought? You pick your car right, it works a treat. As Hamilton and Zhou Guanyu will come across. Well, that was relatively easy. Great start from our track-stated drivers and the boost to help as well. But poor strategy from the rival, but that's why you can overcome them matchups very easy, because if they get their strategy wrong, you can take full advantage. And indeed, we did. We'll wait for the rival to come across. I like to show you what the rival is running so that you know what they had. They come across 17th and 18th. Double stacking helped us as well for them. And they had 5-7-9 team score. So drivers, you can see their race start wasn't as good as ours, and we had a better race start. So it looks like they got a slow or poor race start. We got a good and fast. Level 4 common Norris. Good for qualifying. And then the car, well, showing a lot better than us. More cornering though. Quite a bit more cornering. Needed a bit more speed for these type of circuits. So then off to Austin we go for track number 3 of this strategy guide. Best way to complete Series 6. And qualifying helping us again. Zhou Guanyu 12, Hamilton 21st. So we're going to use soft and mediums here. We're going to just use the basic self-control boost. Just literally gives a tiny little bit of addition. Power unit, cornering and tyres. So let's get a good start. Now perfect, look at that. Great for Zhou Guanyu. That's what it's good having a good race start. Now you might find you get perfect sometimes when you get a good matchup, because there's less drivers that are higher level to take that away from you. So in this one, we're going to be doing a 2-2-3 and a 3-2-2. Never going to double stack the drivers. Going to leave them on their own strategies, which is the quickest way around here at the moment. P5. Now, again, don't worry about going backwards. It's a race start, so that means that you are going to get an advantage for lap number 1, and then the race will neutralise a little bit more from lap 2. So you can see Charles Leclerc all over the back of us, and then we will cut back down. So we've got to a nice position here. P3, P14. Rival only 23rd and 19, as we look to try and get past Oscar Piastri, and we do. So already lap 2.5 pretty much. Sainz, the Ferrari, expecting him to always come back through. Same as Piastri, but race start got us into this position. And we're going to use the straight to conserve power unit. If we can get past Zhou Guanyu, push him into the pits so he doesn't lose too much time. And then we'll use a lot of the soft compound to conserve back. But he's already in. A few cars in as well. And we can get Hamilton in too. So really good start to this duel. We'll have one more track left after this. And you can see we come out of the pits just behind Kevin Magnussen, which is decent. We currently sit P10 and P11. Just going to try and get past Gasly here. Speed taking us past. We're going to come into pits as well. We're going to use all of that tyre. And we don't need to push anything more. Zhou Guanyu can just save his power unit. He'll be on mediums, which is slower at the end. Hamilton now coming in. Make sure you conserve down them straights. And we'll come back for mediums. Look at that, all the way up to P5. Rival's gone hard tyres. Still got to get them 4 laps though for the rival. And we're out in P11. So even if you got, make sure you watch the adverts, get some of them free boosts, because it's pretty hard without it. Now, we didn't need a race start boost, and we didn't take effective one either. So looking good so far. And in Series 6, obviously, Austin is race start power unit, sorry, but speed helping us a lot, it seems, compared to cornering. Because our car setup is obviously speed based. And obviously this boost does have power unit in it as well. But that's what we got to control. And we're looking good. Rival P18 out the back in P24. Now, when you get real players, it is always different. But for us, we come through into P10. And we're absolutely, should be, job done in this. Don't need to push Zhou Guanyu too much. As we look to cut back down. And we look to come in. So P10. Zhou Guanyu will carry on. Currently moving himself to P9. And Hamilton's going to come out in P13. We're going to be ahead of both cars, though, for the rival. And they've got at least one more stop to do. So, easy victory in the end. Speed setup, race start and power unit track. Absolutely crucial for our good drivers. But it's always good to get a victory. And progress. We're on our way to Series 7, hopefully. As now Zhou Guanyu starts his final lap. So does Hamilton. Currently here in going into P9 now, if he can stay ahead of Albon. So again, good points. Rivals in the pits now from P23. So going to be a long time waiting for them to finish. But they're only going to be about 40 seconds or so from this point. But we've got one track to do after this one, which is Belgium and Spa, I think. That will be the race start and speed. Zhou Guanyu just running out of tyres because we pushed far too much on this stint, but absolutely fine. And then Hamilton coming across in P9. So, big points. And we actually did get good points there. It was 33 points in the end at Austin. Very, very strong two-stop strategy, as the rival is currently coming home in at least P24 and P18. So one more track to do. Perfect strategies here in Series 6. We've pretty much seen a lot of two-stops so far, but 33 points will show you what we're against as well. 508 team score. Rival didn't have as good race start against us. Look, 31 and 22 for Logan Sargent, and had more cornering, but we take victory. Speed helping us as well as that race start and power unit from the car, race start from the drivers. So off to Belgium, the final race of this Series 6. Very tough matchup. If we can overcome it, be even better. Let's show you where we qualify, though. Should be on the back foot, or maybe not. Interesting. He should have a good car then, this guy. Or girl. And let's find out. We could do mediums, though, with Hamilton. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a bit of self-control again. Bit of self-control. We're going to do a 2-2-2 with Zhou Guanyu and a 3-3 with Lewis Hamilton. So we're not going to push Lewis too much. We're going to leave that for a little bit later on in the race. Now, Zhou Guanyu's got off to a decent start. Another good race start driver for us. And he's currently in P7. We'll cut back down. Hamilton has got away okay. He's in P20. Now, what we need to do, whilst this plays out, is just conserve down the straight. Now, I don't want to push these tyres. Because we've got a good start, we're well ahead of the rival. We don't need to do anything silly. They're on hards as well, so they're going to be equally slow. And we're going to just make sure we can do 3 laps on this medium tyre. If we can't, we'll soon make that decision. And already, look, speed on our setup really helping get past the rival who's on that hard tyre. We are good for 2 laps for Zhou Guanyu, who's under a little bit of pressure from the cars around him. He'll come back for softs. Can he get past Gasly? Not quite. We are good for 3 laps. Only just though, so we're not going to push now from this point. If the rival gets past us, that's fine. We can come back for hard tyres if need be. We're going to push Zhou Guanyu though. Oh, could have done with just staying ahead there. Bit of a mistake from me. Let's just keep pushing for Zhou Guanyu as we get ahead of Danny Ricciardo. We get back into P8. You can see the rival just getting just a little bit in the corner. and then cut back down. So P8. Hamilton just ahead, rivals pushing. And we've defended that well, I think, as well. Yes, we're only just behind the rival. Hamilton just managing these tyres nicely. Can probably just run hards, no problem. Quickest way round. Look at the rival who's on hards, and he's used all his power unit, and he's in the same position as we are. And Zhou Guanyu comes out in P9. Which is good. We can just use this 15%, just make sure we get a little bit of a gap over rivals. As we get some low battery, but it doesn't matter because we're flashing Series 6. As long as we've got enough battery to survive. And look at the gap we've pulled out to the hard tyre. That's why a good tyre is so much better than sometimes using that power unit. We could go to hards, but we'll be a lot slower. So we're going to stick on this tyre. Zhou Guanyu, one more stop to do. Just running out of tyres now. And we can come in. Rival will come in as well from P18. So definitely not the strategy to go. Free medium, absolutely fine. You can just claw it, and it's pretty quick as well as we jump the rival and come out in P18. So I could take hard tyres at this point. Just don't feel it's worth it. Might as well just cruise on a faster tyre. Zhou Guanyu's got one more pit stop to do. Hamilton is a couple of places ahead. And this is looking very, very solid. You'll be surprised at the team score for this rival when I show you after this video. Because we have absolutely demolished them. Conserve down this fast section. You can see it's closing in on Zhou Guanyu, even with Conserve. And again, just looking after tyres as we get a move on Zhou Guanyu into P16. Zhou Guanyu's out in P9. So this is strong. And this is not even with probably the best drivers we maybe should have in this series. You need to pick race start, but we haven't got great, amazing race start. We need more coins. As in P14 and 15 we go for Ocon, and then Hamilton trying to get past. And Zhou Guanyu's cruising. Sonoda looking at the back of us. Full power unit, but look at the difference we've got to the rival. 22nd, 24th. We can push into this last corner briefly. Oh, there's a few people coming into the pits. And now Hamilton trying to get past Logan Sargent. Just can't get there. Zhou Guanyu, easy for him. Hasn't had to look backwards at all. And he's going to be fine. Zhou Guanyu coming home in P11 and P13. If he stays P13, that is. Just conserving down. Push out the final corner. And going to keep that position. P13, brilliant for ourselves. Brilliant race in the end. 19:21. Told you, you'll be surprised at what this rival's running, I can assure you. So, let them come across the line. Quite down the order. 26 points. Very solid scoring in this. And you can see 598 team score for the rival. And they ran, yeah, a 3-3 and a 2-2-2. But we did it the best way. Softs and a 3-3 on the mediums. Rare Verstappen, rare Stroll. But neither had better race start than us again. And the car, well, we had a bit more speed. It helped us and we took victory. But that is your race strategy guide for Series 6. Race start on your driver, focus on that. Use a speed setup because 50% of the tracks are a speed setup as well. And you will go and smash as we look ahead to Series 7, which is all about the power unit coming right up.